Living Legends Academy. YAHUSHA on my strategy. OT Miller in the faculty. From the mud to the majesty.
Started with $1 and a deadline. Prayers on the floor,
Man,
not the
shalom,
headline.
family, man. I just want to tap in with you right quick, you know, talk at me while I let y'all listen type of deal, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the Most High been called me to do this, and I've been Jonah running, and like I said, man, you don't want to be swallowed by a whale, because that whale belly life is not what it is. And I wish I could say it was just yesterday that this happened, but I feel like now that I'm looking back and hindsight's 2020, that your boy been running for a minute, man. I know what I've been through. You know, I'm the only one that knows the conversations I had with the Most High when I was looking at life sitting in a jail cell over some dumb crap that I did. You know, and the vows I made and the promises I made, you know, and now it's time to act on it. Because no matter where you go, no matter what kind of ship you want to get on, the storm gonna come, it's gonna find you. And they gonna have to throw you overboard. So let me talk at you from being in that water. You know what I'm saying? In a place of just, you know, transparency and realness, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. I know I'm not the only one that's felt like you have a calling on your life, but you're in a place of being comfortable. You're in a place where everything is taken care of. Your bills are good. The wife and kids are happy. We've all been there. But there was something missing on the inside. So if you let me, man, if you're under the sound of my voice and you still here, man, the Most High got you here for a reason. And I'm going to speak at you for a second. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something that a lot of people probably ain't going to tell you. If you wait until you're ready, man, you might already have missed your moment. There's a saying in the streets, right? If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So always being in that point of obedience and listening, and just being prepared to pivot and do what the Most High asks you to do without running. You know, like, we all have our personal relationship with the Most High, but there's a story I always think of, is when the disciples was with Yahushua on the boat, and he was asleep, and the storm came, and they were scared. They was in the presence of the Messiah and was still scared. So don't think you're bigger than that situation. He'll let the storm come upon you so you know who to call on. He's sitting right there. Only thing you got to do is wake him up. He knew it was coming. So there's nothing that's going to shake him. But sometimes I feel like we try to handle that on our own. And handling on our own might take some years. Because I'm going to tell you blood raw. You know, when calling comes, it don't come knocking politely like a little Girl Scout. Hello, we here to sell some cookies, man. Sometimes that calling come and it's violent. It's like them boys and they got that search warrant and they ain't even got to knock. It's a no knock. Now they all in your house getting you. That type of calling. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. That type of calling, it comes and it interrupts your life. It might come at a point where your bank account is thin, your mind is tired, your heart is bruised, and your name ain't even known in the streets. It ain't even ringing any bells. And let me tell you, that ain't a flaw. No, that's not a flaw at all. That's all by design, chosen. All by the perfect will of the Most High. See, YAHUSHA does some of his cleanest work in the messiest places. You heard me, right? I said YAHUSHA does some of his cleanest work in the messiest places. Let's look at David. David wasn't crowned in the palace. David was already chosen when he was sitting out in the field looking over some sheeps. And when a lion and a bear came and took one of them little lambs, a lamb that he couldn't, you know what I'm saying, might have been a whole field of sheep, he could have let that little lamb go. But what did he do? He went and chased out the lion and the bear. And because he knew the Most High was with him, he wasn't scared. He went and killed them. Oh, that's when he was chosen. So I don't care what you going through, what you been did, what you done did. If you could sit there and you could think to some moments where you know you was doing what you was supposed to. That you was reaching out, you was serving somebody, helping somebody when you know you ain't even have it or you couldn't even do it. That's when you was chosen. And I need you to know that, because David was in a field. He didn't step into his calling after training to be a king, and he was born into the royal family and none of that. He stepped into it while he was being anointed. Remember, the prophet came and said, Jesse, bring me all your sons. He went and brought all the big and strong ones. He knew what time it was. Oh, my family got the seed. Boy, I'm finna go get, hey, Jokatayan, I'm just using the name there. Come here, boy, big brawly boy. Come here. The prophet said, no, there's another one. Where is he at? You see what I'm saying? David was chosen while he was overlooked. He was marked while he was still unqualified. Called while bleeding from the rejection. Even his brothers made fun of him when he showed up. Remember, he brought the little food, and his brother like talking about, what you want to do? You just trying to be messy. You just trying to come and see what's going on. He looking around like, I see what's going on. I see there's a giant Philistine over there talking about the Most High Yah, and I see y'all ain't doing nothing about it. So guess what? Send me, I go. I do it. Now, how many of y'all is the David of your bloodline? How many of y'all see the world? Just see the world. And you choose not to ignore it. You choose to say, I might just be one little voice, but maybe I could shake something up. Send me, I go. See, David had to act before it even made sense. Before the throne, before Saul's armor didn't fit, before the fear left his body. You want to know why? Can I speak at you for a moment? It's because obedience always comes before the understanding. Let me get a little personal now. I'm not starting these talks and all these videos and all this because I'm just strong. Everything is good. My bills are paid. My family is happy. I'm the greatest husband and dad in the world. No. I'm starting because not starting has almost broken me. I know the calling that was called on my life. I know the promises I made to Yahuah. I know what YAHUSHA did for me when he brought me home. And then I know what I wanted to do. And, it was good. It's good. If you build a six-figure construction company from the ground up, out the mud, that can feel good. When you speak and you manifest it, I'm going to make 6 figures and you make it, that could feel good. But what about the Most High when he say, go tell Pharaoh to let my people go, but then he go in front of you and then he tell Pharaoh and he harden his heart so he don't let the people go. What do you do then? Oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. I got it. I ain't want you to have that. Not that way. Wow, ain't it? See, because silence was doing me more damage than my fear ever could. I've been down. I've been mentally stretched. I've been carrying emotional weight that people will never see. Trying to function in a world that punishes anyone that doesn't fit the mold. And here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. The system isn't built for the healed. It's built to break the sensitive. It's built to hold back the gifted, the thinkers, the ones who feel deeply and question everything loudly. Be quiet. We don't need you shaking things up. We don't need you. We don't want you around here. If you're poor, you're told stay quiet, survive, be happy. We're going to give you a little check. We're going to give you some food stamps. Just, there you go. We got you. We're going to give you WIC and everything. Don't even worry about it. And if you're successful, but you don't conform and, get into all the little status clubs and do this and that, and then you're ostracized and you're just a weirdo. And if you're weird, society calls you to say, you have a disorder instead of discernment. It's funny because I'm bipolar and we've turned this coin around the house. It's my superpower. Look up how many people, Jimi Hendrix and people who were clinically, bipolar and all the great things they did when they chased after their calling. Because mental health isn't a weakness if you're handling it right. It's often the place where your calling collides with the confinement, and you're gonna have a choice to make. Do you stay confined, or do you break out of that box with everything you got and chase it full steam ahead with everything that the Most High Yah has put inside your life? Let me tell you something. When that pressure right there builds, when you feel like you're about to explode, that's not collapse. That's not collapse, chosen. That's ignition. Yahuah doesn't wait for you to feel confident. You know what he waits for? He waits for you to stop running. He waits for you to stop shrinking. He waits for you to stop numbing yourself. He waits for you to stop pretending that you don't hear the voice that's calling your life. And this is why it feels like time is running out. This is why it feels risky. This is why it feels like there's a fire burning in your chest and can't nothing put it out. Because if you moved when you're safe and you felt safe and everything was comfortable, that's not faith, chosen. It's not. I don't care how you slice it, how you cut it. And I'm grateful for the people that get that easy road to everything that they want and everything they did. But some of us got to grind. And some of us got to grind harder than the other ones grind. Because you've been called to do what the other ones ain't called to do. So if you're watching this while you're, battling your own mind, you may be rebuilding your life, standing in uncertainty, most of all feeling misunderstood, judged, and unseen. It's not too late. You ain't broken. You're not disqualified. You're chosen. See, the chosen, they move while it burns. They speak while your voice is shaky, Moses. Build while your hands are trembling. Because YAHUSHA specializes in using imperfect people in impossible moments to shake systems that weren't never meant to last in the first place. So if you're under the sound of my voice and this is hitting you deeply, right there in your spirit, it's because something inside you already knows. And let me tell you something. You don't need nobody's permission. You don't need validation. You don't need a squad of yes men and yes women telling you great job. You need obedience. You know what he calling you to sacrifice. You know what he calling you to surrender. And I ain't gonna keep, cauliflower in your ear like my pops would say. I just wanted to get on here, talk at me, like I said, and let y'all listen. So this is the first installment of these little videos. All praise be unto the Most High that I got breath in my lungs. I'm able to share this. And I pray that you got something from it. If you're under the sound of my voice, reach out, follow me on OT Miller on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the Living Legend Academy at school.com. And if you just need, an ear, I listen well. And, if you're open for advice and if the Most High give it to me, I can pass it forward on to you and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to get help and build community with like-minded individuals that, want to build and get it out the mud. So with that being said, I'm praying everybody have a blessed evening. Shalom. Salute.